What up, Internet? Kurt here, geeking out on Hannibal again. The pilot was no fluke, this show is still awesome. We open up on Will, who is still hurting, after having to shoot Hobbs, who I keep thinking is McManus from Oz. And Crawford's worried because of how many shots it took for him to lay him out.
You just pulled the trigger 10 times.
Now, we don't know whether that's because he's a terrible shot, which he thinks it is, so he's at the gun range practicing, or is it because Hobbs is in his head, because he keeps seeing him everywhere. I will say that his bad shots are consistent. His first shot on Hobbs was in the shoulder, and then when he took out this Mushroom Man guy, same thing, first shot, shoulder. Anyway, we'll get to him. So he's at the gun range working on it, and he uses the Weaver stance. And then Katz comes in and says, I thought you'd be isosceles or whatever.
You're Weaver. I took you for an isosceles guy.
Katz I'm warming up to. Pilot, I'll admit, she was bugging me when she was interrupting Will when he was in the zone.
You unstable?
But now I like her. I like this gun stance stuff too.
You're Weaver.
I think it's cool that they throw out some inside baseball terms. It's either you know them or you don't. And if you don't, you can look them up, which I totally did, and now I know. And also when it comes to subtle stuff, we find out this guy's dirty, or dirty enough to get duped by this babe.
You used me.
Who was a dude in Red Dragon, played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, but I like they're mixing up now. She's still cold-blooded. Gets this poor guy fired by pretending to be like a grieving mom.
The boys are gonna have questions, and I just want to be as honest with them. Like,
yeah.
And then gets him shot in the head. God. Also, I thought for sure that Hannibal had cooked her after he busted her in his office.
Terribly rude, Miss Lowndes.
That was super smooth.
What's to be done about that?
So I thought that that's who Crawford and him were eating when he came over for dinner.
Loin. What kind?
Pork.
They had to be a human though, right? Like they were eating human then, and he and Will were eating human in the first step. I mean, why else would he say it's loin? Or what kind? Pork. Enjoy. While I creepily smile at you.
Lovely.
I hope that Hannibal keeps feeding people humans and they don't know it, and then at one point they find it out. And we get a scene like from Ace Ventura when the whole police force realized that Finkel was Einhorn, Einhorn was Finkel. I'm still loving this show. I love the way it looks. I was reading about how last week's bathroom scene was supposed to be from The Shining. Then you see the red and white in Hannibal's office. I love every single moment with Hannibal. Like when he was talking to Will and he was like, oh, how does it feel having a victim now? And Will's like, I'm not sure I see it like that.
I don't consider Hobbs my victim.
But I guess he's right. That's cool.
What do you consider him?
But I like how they're holding back with Hannibal stuff because they can, because there's a ton of other awesome characters. Like the Mushroom Man. This dude is creepy. It was nuts seeing those hands peeking out like that, and then he plants them and they're kind of still alive.
That's not marijuana.
So yeah, still love this show. Can't wait till next Thursday. 10 out of 10. Again, love it, watch it, boom.
Good night, everybody. You've been a wonderful audience. I'll be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress.